Don't know who you are, but if you ain't looking for trouble, I got some stuff to trade. Well, I ain't the best mechanic in Colorado, but how can I say no after a thorough ass-kissing? Maintain your vehicle and don't stop if you don't have to. These days, a flat tire or a stalled engine could be the end of you, consumed by the elements. And I don't just mean the weather, if you get me. Just some odds and ends I've taken in trade. Might be useful.
Time for another episode of Rocky Mountain Monsters. We're in a part of the mountains where there have been sightings of a huge, hairy giant lurking in the woods. The locals say it's a mutant cannibal hobo called Melvin. I say, it's Bigfoot. Stay tuned.
Rangers. Name's BB Gunn. Glad to meet ya. Hey, you guys been really getting the job done, but listen. We've been doing a little civil forfeiture, and we need to turn some impound into cash. Interested? And before you answer, here's a free sample for being such a friend to the marshals. Now, you want to see the rest? Aw, thanks. I'll tell the others she said so. Let me open the back.
25-летке энергию конкретных действий за коммунизма.
Rangers, check me out. Thanks so much for ensuring we got this shipment of power armor. I used to bruise my knuckles beating folks into line. No longer. It's like the suit punches for me. Calibration was a bit off at first, though. You should have seen this one guy's head pop. Kaplow! Anyway, these refugee vermin aren't going to punch themselves. Thanks again, Rangers!
I was talking to Villager Joe the other day. Opening up some real estate in London.
Yeah, for the Wards or the Reyes's to buy up and turn into playpens.
Seriously. Why would you even want to live with a bunch of uptight muckaties? You ever notice that the statue's eyes...
Nope.
Go arrested, charged with treason.
Would you rather freeze to death?
You're a barrel of monkeys, huh?
Chocolate pudding.
Okay.
Mom? Oh, sorry. Never mind. Why? What do you want? I don't know. We were heading to Colorado Springs with a lot of other folks when we got separated. I hurried here as quick as I could after, but I ain't found her anywhere. I keep hoping. No, please, I just need you to go away. Please. Bye.
Little Vegas closed until further notice.
All I did was ask a few questions.
The hell do you want from Mama Carter? Maybe so. Where are those refugees now? Shit! I knew I shouldn't have trusted those assholes, but they were the only ones who'd deal with me. Guess I know why they're so flexible on their price. I owe you for keeping those refugees safe. Ain't nobody else around here who's willing to lift a finger for them. So, what's it gonna be, hmm? You know I was breaking the city's law, conspiring with smugglers and all that. You gonna haul me in?
She'll be safe in the Ranger lockup. Reyes would want her in jail. He's a powerful man to have as a friend. And the Rangers could use some powerful friends.
Well, am I under arrest?
Oh, no, you ain't. You'll have to go through us first.
Stand down, Bobby. These are the same folks who shot up the Dorseys in the Garden of the Gods. They must have killed Stenerud and his smugglers, too. We don't stand a chance against them. This ain't worth the lives of my boys. I'll go quietly.
Copy, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. What's your status? Old Mama Cotter? A criminal? Who would have thought? Dispatching a squad, over and out.
Scandal at Little Vegas nightclub. Rygo linked to Dorsey attack.
I don't think we've met.
I heard Mr. Howe found himself a pretty blonde thing.
Really? And what did his wife say to that?
Nothing.
I heard you were speaking to some people at the refugee camp. Do you have any news? Thank you. I'm glad this ended bloodlessly. You handled an impossible situation well, Rangers. At least this will give the city some breathing room. Our resources are stretched, but I think we can feed the people who are already here. For now. As am I. Now for your reward. The money is here, and you may expect the mechanics I promised you to be waiting for you when you return to your headquarters. Also, one other thing. If you'll have me, I'd be happy to serve the Rangers as a political advisor. Honored even. You're quite a remarkable outfit, and I'd like to help you out. Excellent. Let me get some things together, then I'll head for your HQ. Looking forward to what we can accomplish together, Rangers.
Be vigilant, for the deluge could come at any time. Perhaps it's already begun in the dying east, sweeping a tide of refugees across the plains.
Breaker 19, this here's Dead Red calling the November Cowboys. You reading me out there, caballeros? You all recovered from that big old Colorado welcome the Dorseys gave ya? Ha! Ain't you nosy? Switch over to 27.065 megahertz. All will be revealed. Howdy, Rangers. Sorry about the clowning. Have to keep a low profile these days. This is your old pal Angie, otherwise known as Ranger Colonel Angela Death. Ha! Somebody remembers me. What do you know? Figured my name would be stricken from the record after me and my crew pulled our vanishing act. Wasn't our intent when Command sent us out here to reconnoiter, but well, things took an unexpected turn. I'll bet. We came out here for the same reason as you, because Command was hoping they could make an alliance with the Patriarch and get some, foreign aid. Trouble was, the more we snooped around, the more we realized that good old Pappy Buchanan was a bloody-handed dictator that the Rangers shouldn't have nothing to do with. Unfortunately, Command didn't want to hear it. Told us they were going to make the deal anyway. Too desperate to be particular. We took a vote, the squad and me, and decided that just wasn't the Ranger way. Instead, we made a pact to take Buchanan down and help Colorado become the home of freedom that Arizona could have been if the Rangers hadn't lost the Citadel to Matthias. Why do you think? We want you on our side, but not without seeing for yourself that Buchanan's a conniving shitbag. That's why I was calling. There's a man you should talk to, locked up in an old bunker in Broadmoor Heights and guarded by mercs. So you may have to do a little shooting to get to him. But when you do, Ask him about his beefs with the Patriarch. It'll open your eyes. His name is Ironclad Cordite, a warlord of the Eastern Plains, and one goddamn tough son of a bitch. As to how you find him, I'm a little shaky on the details, but I'm told there's a hidden hatch on some monument at Buchanan Park in Broadmoor Heights. And listen, when you do find him, bust him out of there and do what you can to keep him alive. He could help you with Liberty later. Also, if you need more firepower, he's got a shotgun for a left arm. Gracias, compadres, and good luck. I'll be in touch. Dead Red, over and out.
Rangers uncover human smuggling conspiracy! Subversive leader arrested! City celebrates as refugees slow to a trickle! Reyes announces unconditional support of Rangers, declares them heroes of Colorado. Rangers uncover human smuggling conspiracy. Would you rather freeze to death or...
You're a barrel of monkeys, huh?
Come on, answer the question.
All right. Burn. You're gone faster, and free cremation so you're...
Hello? Red Hats? Is this thing on? This is Charlie Knows! Oh, sorry. Glad I got a hold of you, Red Hat friends. Your old friend Charlie is at it again. I found a way to increase our fortunes. How does that sound? Over! Ha-ha! Ha-ha! I knew you'd be up for this. Charlie knows you visited the bazaar, and you know how important it is to trade in Colorado. And more importantly, how wealthy it is. Problem is, the monster army holding it is weak. Without your help, they'd already be gone. But sooner or later, someone is gonna wipe them out. So why not make it a cartel stronghold? With your help, it'll be easy, and you'll be well compensated for your contribution. Well, since Mr. Brygo is gone, Charlie has found himself bereft of gainful employment. But when opportunity comes knocking, who does Charlie know who's efficient and can handle themselves in a fight? You help me with this, and there'll be no hard feelings about the nightclub business, Red Hats. It's simple economics. Don't worry, your old buddy Charlie won't sell you short. We just need a little assistance, and you'll be paid handsomely. Why wouldn't you? I dealt straight with you so far, right? Didn't I tell you the truth about McTavish? Don't I always tell you the truth? Come on, Red Hats, it's me, your old buddy Charlie.
I knew you'd say that. All right, we have a hideout not far from the bazaar entrance, near the old parking lot. We'll hold up there and wait for you. Bring your whole team, and the bazaar will be ours.
Hola, Hola, Rangers. Got some business for you, if you have the cojones. Peace, strangers. We all know both sides are armed and lethal, so why don't we just skip the posturing and get to business, huh? A girl I own ran away recently, and it's proving harder than expected to track her down. She seems to sense us when we get too close. On the other hand, she'd never suspect. Hell with your reputation for rescuing little lost lambs. She might even seek you out. So, what you say, hmm? Want to find her for us? Nelly? No. Hallie, I think. Anyway, her new owner will rename her. What's important is her description. Early 20s, blonde, shapely, skin like a princess. You'll know her when you see her, I promise you. She'll make your little hearts go Peter-pat. That bothers you? You find it unethical? You kill crazy corpse-robbing, tyrant-funded gun jockeys are offended at how I make my living? Sorry, compadres. This is the end times. Nothing but us devils left. Now. You haven't heard the deal yet. You might change your mind. You know the sealed rooms in your base? Bet you're curious what's inside them. Bueno, I'll tell you for free. It's old world tech. The kind people waged wars for. And I know the codes. In the name of good faith, I'll give you one now. 900-909-3500. Test if you like. I'll wait. You'll get the second code. The one that gets you into the room with the even better goodies. When you bring me my lost little lamb. Not a problem. Come see me when you've kitted yourselves out in your fancy new gear. Adios, compadres.
Hey, who's in charge in here? You're the CO around here? Huh. Okay. Quality setup this time. Better than back in AZ. Guess Daddy Buchanan's buying you all the good gear. I helped the Rangers during their whole Cochise debacle. They might have come out strong if they'd listened to me. Too bad. Gary Wolf, freelance security consultant and synth hunter. Got a proposition for you. After the Rangers nuked Cochise, and themselves, I figured somebody competent had to chase down its mechanical brood.
So I recruited folks who'd lost family to synths, and I formed a posse. Decommissioned a dozen of the plastic punks in AZ. Then heard a feud headed east and followed them here. Now I'm getting flack from that tin star twat Daisy for exchanging fire with the synth we tracked to Colorado Springs. That's where you come in. Interferent bitch told the marshals to shoot us on sight if we stepped inside the city limits again, so we can't go after this October 11 synth. Was hoping you might be interested in taking care of it for us. Cash bounty for its head. We cornered 11 downtown and tried to take it out quietly. But there was a snafu and we had to open fire. Shot up the street. Wounded some civs. Silly bitch wouldn't listen when I warned her about the synth. Acted like we were the problem and sent us packing. Fuck her.
Hey now. That's my ex-boss you're talking about, Hoss.
Lucky you quit then. She's a frag candidate for sure. Jesus. You're not one of those, are you? Fucking simps are always talking about how synths are sentient. They have feelings. Bullshit. That's how they trick you. Synths are just top-grade robots. What makes them dangerous is that every one of them has a little piece of cochise in their electric brain, like a virus. And if you leave them alone for too long, that virus spreads. And pretty soon we have the goddamn robot apocalypse all over again. Not on my watch. We cap them as soon as we see them. Don't give them a chance to talk. Add it to your list? Ought to be your top priority. Whatever. We'll wait here until you bring back its head. Should still be downtown somewhere. You'll know you're near it when you start hearing weird static on your radio. Squad, at ease.
Hi, I'm Austin. I'm new.
Welcome aboard. Where are you from?
Oh, around.
Yeah? Me?
Hello, Rangers. Permission to speak? I just wanted to say thank you again for saving my life. If you hadn't talked to Judge Watkins, well, I wouldn't be here, and I'm really happy to be here. I guess that's all I wanted to say. Thanks. Oh, and, Mom thanks you too.
Please, Miss Hackett. There's no reason to get so angry.
The hell there isn't! My people didn't start that fight. One of your rangers started it, and now you're telling me we gotta be the ones to give up our space?
I'm just saying. Oh, Team November, I'm glad you're here. There was an altercation in the barracks. Nothing serious. No one was hurt. Some harsh words and a shove. Sergeant Gretzky's already put the recruit on latrine duty. A fair punishment.
Yeah, well, this isn't the first time your recruits have had harsh words for us Rangers. You need to get your people under control.
Gretzky's recruitment efforts have gone well, and HQ is filling up. More new Rangers every day, which is great for our mission, but it also means we're running out of beds in the barracks. Rangers are having to sleep in shifts. This is leading to friction with Miss Hackett's people, who, as you know, were there first. Some of the new Rangers don't understand this, and they think of them as, well, freeloaders.
Usually, it's just snide comments. But today, one of yours started shouting that we should be thrown out of our home before trying to pull Davy off his cot.
Which is completely unacceptable behavior. Unfortunately, the problem's not going to go away if we ignore it. We need a solution before things explode.
Well, the warden here suggested we move into the brig. I suggested she shove that idea up her ass and leave us be. We were here first. We don't take up much space, and you said the barracks were ours when you first showed up.
But things have changed since then. And they're not going to change back. If we're going to live side by side, we both have to be flexible.
There've been plenty. Most of your rangers are all right with us, but there's more than a few who ain't. Calling us names as they walk past, or telling us we're on borrowed time here, in our own home.
Miss Hackett, I'm embarrassed. Part of the oath we take as rangers is to protect the downtrodden. It hurts to hear that our recruits are failing to live up to that oath. Something must be done.
Yeah? Well, we're waiting.
We gotta get a handle on this one way or the other. Enough chaos going on outside the base. Don't need it when we get home, too.
Shoot. You're siding with us? Wow. Thank you, Rangers.
The honorable choice, Team November. But it won't lessen the friction. I'm afraid we'll pay for this later.
Oh, nice place they got here. Classy. I think somebody pissed on the floor right here. What kind of disgusting animal do a thing like that? It's terrible. Huh. Why are my pants wet?
do you need, Rangers? Of course, no sense in bleeding all over the place. Have a seat. I won't. I never do.
I heard there's a synth hiding downtown. I always think of synths as family, somehow, since Dr. Finster was half synth. A time machine. Did I say that one already? I suppose there's no harm in trying again. I suppose. Go ahead. Was that a word? It was. It was word-ish, right?
Rangers. Good to be here. We're the mechanics Gideon Reyes sent. Don't mind the mess. We're still settling in. We've had to make do with worse. In all honesty, though, this is a good space. Lots of room. Lots of supplies in reach. Give it a few more days and we'll give you a garage that'd make Steel Town go green with envy. Well, Wrench said he met a mechanic up in the bazaar who had some real talent. Now, we don't really need more personnel, but it wouldn't hurt to have an extra set of hands. If you find yourself in the bazaar, see if you can find him and invite him over. Appreciate it. Of course. Let's see if we can find what you want.
I hate the most?
Who?
The fucking 100 families. All we do is take care of those rich motherfuckers. And do they thank us? Fuck no they don't.
Are you crazy talking that way? Somebody's gonna hear you.
I don't care.
We keep the streets clean, bury the evidence when one of their kids runs over some refugee, chase off asshole bill collectors. It's hard work. We get invited to any Broadmoor Heights parties? Do they even send a keg or two to the station? See?
Hey, November. Got a delivery for you. Glad to see you back, Rangers. Cleaned up the worst of the mess in your absence. Now, what can I help you with? An Arapaho caravaner dropped off a container full of goodies and said to thank you again for the save. Well, I've got friends in the Marshals, the Patriarch's Palace Guard, and some local militias. They've always got more folks wanting to sign up than they have positions for. So I asked my pals to send over everybody on their waiting lists. Now, some of these folks may be, less than top grade for sure, but most will be solid recruits, ready and willing to learn. You'll have to pick and choose. I'll be here.
Chilblains or tremens, who can tell? Bartender, don't worry about me. I can lick my weight in wildcats.
Sorry I told the Rangers about letting the Dorseys into side, boss. But I swear to you, I didn't give you up, I swear it. Shut up, you idiot. Shut up. What? Shit! Have they been here the whole time?
Be glad I can't reach you, Mac. Or you'd be missing your eyes, too. Yeah, there was a rogue synth downtown. It didn't damage Little Vegas, did it?
Reed's crying in his cell. Wee numpty doesn't realize he got off lucky.
What have I done?
You're a worm, Isaac. I should have killed you.
Just 'cause you're doing right by the refugees now don't make you a saint, you little side-winding snake shits.
What do you think? Scrubbed up nice, huh? What can I do for you? Isaac and his friends have been no trouble. I know they acted remarkably stupid, even by the metric of hot-headed teenagers. But now, they see the error of their ways. Them being here, instead of bleeding out among the rocks at the garden, or frozen on those nightmarish pillories, is what true justice looks like, Rangers. Someday we'll be able to let them out, and they will spend the rest of their lives working to better Colorado. Good luck out there.
Who are you looking at?
Sato is my hero. Never eaten this well in my life.
Code was good, right? And the gear, too. Gracias, friends. Send her here once you find her. Tell her you found her mama and she's waiting for her. We'll take care of the rest. Far as I know, she's still somewhere in Colorado Springs. Suggest you start looking downtown. Adios, compadres.
November, this is Ranger HQ. I have good news. There's some new gear here next time you stop by. It's a big improvement over the basic stuff we had before. But one last thing. The Patriarch commissioned a sculptor to make a statue of Vargas outside our HQ. He's nearly done, but he'd like to know who we want to dedicate this statue to. Good call, November. Making sure the Rangers know they'll be remembered if the worst comes to pass may boost camaraderie. I'll pass it along. Over and out.
You read the last issue?
city celebrates as refugees
Would
slow
you
to a
rather
trickle.
freeze to death?
Oh, Brandy. Reyes announces unconditional support of Rangers.
Maybe I'll join the Marshals. They do like roughing people up.
You get drummed out a second.
Came here for every class trip we ever had. Is Buchanan a man?
Then came the gangs of the eastern plains, hoping to rob us of our worldly gain. Old saw him coming and he rolled up his sleeves. With the families behind him, Saul went to war and fought all the monsters of Satan's bazaar. He lined them all up and he cut them all down till Flap the inhaler surrendered his crown. Buchanan spared Flap and made him a deal. If your boys work for me, they'll never.
What did you do to me? Let me go! Tourmaline says we shouldn't talk to humans, but I don't want to die. I guess. What do you want to know? All I want to do is get out of here and find someplace better to hide. Somewhere far away from this city. Will you let me go? If they find me, I'll have to kill them. If humans know where I am, they'll hunt me down and turn me off. I won't! You'll kill him if I do! Anyway, I'm not really sure where he went. No! Don't! Please!
was talking to Diligent Joe the other day, and he said that he might be opening up some real estate in Walmart.
Yeah, for the woods of the Reyeses to buy up and turn into playpens.
Seriously. Why would you even want to live with a bunch of uptight muckaties? You ever notice that the statue's eyes follow you where...
Did you just
Rangers
give me a...
uncover human smuggling
Hickey?
conspiracy! Subversive leader arrested!
Oh, you again. What do you want? There was this smiling lady. She said she had some food, and I could take some back to my mom if I came with her. And next thing I know, she was gonna sell me. She put me in a cage. One of her men took me out of the cage to... I kicked them as hard as I could and ran. They didn't find me in the dark. And then I saw some refugees and tagged along. Stayed with them till I got here. How do you know my name? My mom? She's alive. Thank you. Thank you so much. You have no... I'll leave as soon as I can.
Perla sends her regards. Here's the push she promised you for delivering the girl. Pleasure doing business with you. She thought you might get second thoughts about the job, so she bailed with the rest of the gang as soon as the girl showed up. Plus, the boss already had a buyer lined up, and we don't like to keep their customers waiting.
Find that synth in Colorado Springs yet? No muss, no fuss. How about that? All right, then. Here's the cash, as promised. Now, one more thing. I was kinda afraid you'd be as pussy as the AZ Rangers, but it looks like you're serious. So I've got another proposal for you. We need a base of operations for our synth hunt, and it looks like you've got plenty of space. What do you say? Can we set up shop here? Ranger squad I ran with in AZ was a chicken outfit. Failed to utilize me properly. Paid the price for it. But you did okay here, so I'm giving you a chance. Great. We'll find a corner and keep out of the way. And just to make the deal sweeter, how'd you like to pick up a few more bounties? Like I told you, synths communicate with each other long distance. That means when I hack October 11's head, I'll be able to find its friends. Unfortunately, we're still on the trail of a pack of eastbound synths right now, so we can't stop and hunt for these. But it's got to be done, so I'll pay you to do it. Cash for each head. You want the job? You're not exactly filling me with confidence, but all right. Let me crack this egg. You see that light in the center? That's our current location. Actually, October 11's head. Those other lights around the middle one? Those are the other synths. Lot of interference. Maybe near a radio tower. Maybe two. Lots of other smaller EM signals, too. Probably got a whole bunch of robots around to protect it. There's some wobble in the location signal, which means it's bouncing off the mountains from the foothills. That flickering means there's interference, so it's probably underground. Maybe it's coming from some kind of bunker or mine. Or maybe a nuclear silo inside a dormant volcano. Like some kind of supervillain. Signal's imprecise, bouncing around. Maybe in the mountains. Great. The sooner you end them, the sooner you get paid.
Rangers, stay sharp.
How's it going out there, Marcelo? What's the radio telling you?
We gotta pull it back, Serge. We gotta turn the horses.
That's what we're here to do, Marcello. That's what all of this is all about. Keep it up.
Thanks. I just hope it's enough.